Hello and welcome to Friday, April 30th, 2021. Mr. Parrott here with your rundown of what we're doing in class on the end of the week here, the last day of school in April. We're going to go to May on Monday. Hey, that sounds great for us there. So first and foremost, make sure that you do your bell ringer, answer that up. It is Friday, so usually I go through and add in all of the daily bell ringers from each day and put them in the grade book, so make sure you got all of them in there for me to put in. If you haven't yet, turn in your random sampling activity from yesterday, and we're going to be doing another activity here today. Except this time it's a little bit more involved with, it's kind of a class activity, so I've got a way for you to participate by doing the assignment that we will that I'll show you how to get to. First and foremost, let's go to Schoology. Go ahead and open up the Raccoon City assignment, is what it's called. And then once you got that opened, you're also going to need this Raccoon City quarantine/absent file, because that's going to have everything that you'll need to follow along with everything. So, what our activity is, I'm going to blow this up so that you can see it a little bit easier. Wha-bam! Blown up. You like a little explosion thing. It goes on. So what we're doing for our activity is that everybody in the class is going to be a raccoon. Their job is that they are going to be gathering food represented by different pieces of paper. Since raccoons are omnivores and they like a wide variety of assortments of food, each type of food is represented by a different type of color. What you're going to do is that they're going to be going back and forth, collecting food and returning to their den to place their stuff back into their den. The raccoons have to look out for the predators in the forest and make sure that the predators do not get them by silently walking and sneaking around to gather their food. They can only pick up one piece of food at a time before going home, so they got to go back and forth to try to gather up all their food there. Once all the resources have been taken out of our forest, they're going to count them up and fill out our data table here and see how many food points they ended up earning. Now for you at home, you're not obviously going to be able to collect our food here in class. So what you're going to end up doing on the slideshow, I have for you how many squares you collected of each color. So you're going to take your number of squares and put them in the appropriate places here on the document. Then what you're going to do just like we're doing in class, where you're going to take your number of squares, multiply them by the point value that's there, and then create your total amount of points. Then you're going to add up all your points to get your final totals. And then here comes the part where we're going to need to see how your raccoon does against the rest of the gang of raccoons, I think they're called. Got to look up what a group of raccoons is called. Again, I think they're called like a gang or something like that. I'm gonna find out here while I'm looking at this stuff. So what you're going to do for your second data table is that I am giving you the rest of the class and how much food that they ended up coming up with. So you're going to have to copy over how much food each one of your fellow raccoons got and add them to the list. Your number is going to go as raccoon number 1, and then you'll see that there's a column where it says survive, yes/no. So see, it's the same data table going on there, so you're going to copy over all the numbers. Over on this side where it says survive, yes, no, we're going to say that if the raccoon was able to collect 50 points worth of food, they are going to be able to survive. So if they were able to gather 50 points worth of food, they ended up surviving, so you can put a yes if they got above 50. If they got below 50, that would be no. They would not survive in our forest. They starve or something happens to them, so you can put no down for that in this case. Now, we did have unique raccoons going on there, because you'll notice that some numbers are maybe uniquely low, some numbers are maybe uniquely high, whereas some of them are just in the middle there. We did have some special raccoons that had some special traits to them. And I have them listed on this slide here. You had raccoon number 5, they were blinded. In class, they're going to be wearing a blindfold throughout the activity. For this one, it was raccoon number 5, that was our blindfolded raccoon. Raccoon number 12 was caught in a bear trap and had their leg all torn up because of the bear trap. They ended up escaping, but now they have to crawl to get their food. So somebody in class is going to be crawling. That is raccoon number 12 in our case. And then raccoon number 20 had big paws, so they can grab multiple foods per trip. They can grab 2 things at a time instead of just one. They can double their food gathering because they have big hands. In our activity, they're going to be wearing some giant gloves, but they can collect 2 things at once by wearing the giant gloves. So those are some of our special raccoons. You'll need that to answer some of the questions that follow, because after you're done with the data table, there's 13 questions, it says, to go along with, so you'll need to answer up the questions as they are being represented today. When you're done with all the questions, you can submit it, and that's pretty much it as far as the Raccoon City assignment is involved with to it. So with that being said, a group of raccoons is called a nursery. I don't know why I thought a gang, maybe because of the little bandits or whatnot. It's called a nursery of raccoons. So you're going to be a part of a nursery of raccoons there. That's just kind of a weird one. But it's kind of like how frogs are called an army, or lions are called a pride of lions. Came up with some weird things involving it. So with that being said, I kind of lost my train of thought there. With that being said, that's our activity for Friday. Submit it when you are done. If you have any questions as you're doing it, do not hesitate to email me. Otherwise, I hope you're doing well, staying safe, and I hope to see you in May, because we only have a couple more weeks left of school, and then we're out of here. So I hope to see you back in class before then. But I hope you're doing well, staying safe, and I'll see you later. Bye.